Hi everybody, today I'm back with a review and a first impression of the new Makeup Forever HD foundation. Now I picked the one up in the stick form. I purchased this yesterday. I posted it on Instagram and a couple of you did want a first impression on it. So I was like, okay, let me do it before I use it because I'm really excited to use this. And I was like, I have to use this right away. So let me get on camera for you guys and film a first impression. So we can kind of go through the journey together and, hey, see if we both like it, right? I'm sorry if I'm a little tired today. I might just take a sip or two of my coffee. It is back to school week for my children and it's a little hectic. I'm still on summer mode. I'm still used to getting up a little later, you know, going to bed later. Now I kind of have to get back into the swing of things, so I'm just a little exhausted. So if I seem a little drab, excuse me, but I'm so tired and it's still early in the morning. I just got kids off to school. Okay, so we're gonna just get right into everything. They have the liquid form and they have the stick form. Now I know they relaunched the liquid form. I don't believe they ever had a stick form. I've never personally seen the stick before, so I believe these are new. The old HD liquid foundation is relaunched and they brought these bad boys out with them. Hello little bad boy. Hello, how are you doing? Speak to me. Speak to me. This is what it looks like. And now I feel like this is very cute. It's very slick. It's very cute looking. It's black. It's pretty decent size, as you can tell. Now personally for myself, I don't usually wear stick foundations. I just really find them a lot really drying and draggy, you know what I mean? Like every time I put them on, they're very like draggy, they might be a little cakey, very drying, and personally to me, I never really care to purchase any of them. I kind of steer clear of them. In fact, what I was showing you is a very cute size. It's a decent size. I feel like this will last you a very long time, even with daily use. On top, it's very clear, so you can see right through it, and I feel like that's very nice. Like if you have a few colors in your collection, maybe if you're a makeup artist or something and you have a lot of colors. Or even if you're just somebody that owns a few colors, you know, that's pretty cool. You don't have to look at the bottom. You could just look at the top, you know which one it is, and you could just grab at it. Now on the bottom of it, it does have the old formula with the new formula. Let me see, yes it is good. Now the old formula, it says 125 equals Y315. Now the Y315 is the new formula number. The 125 is the old formula. Now I have here the old HD liquid foundation. As you can tell, it says 125. So this is just equals to this. Now on top, when you open it up, it has a little protector, which is really cute, and I might even save that because, hey, it is filled to the tippy top. I'm not sure how much product is actually in here because I don't want to put it all the way up just in case it breaks. It is very creamy. So I'm going to prime one side of my face and I'm going to leave the other side unprimed. I'm going to use my e.l.f. foundation brush and I'm going to use Stella One Correct primer. Now I'm going to prime one side of my face and the other side I'm going to leave just without one, and I'm just going to see the difference and how it lasts throughout the day. So I'm just going to do this. Now I'm just going to use the Stella primer just because I have a little redness on my forehead, my nose, and my cheeks, and this is just going to take that away. So I could definitely get the full effect of this foundation. Now it is a full coverage foundation. So anything full coverage, girl, I am so for. Okay, so now I'm just going to like put it on my face. You can put it any which way you want. There's not a right or wrong way to put stick foundation on. I personally like to just smear it all over my face. That was probably a little too much, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it. Now I'm just going to pat it in. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a little too light for my skin tone. I'm not sure if it's coming off in camera like that, but it definitely is a little too light. I really like this. I don't know if you can tell, but come a little closer. Definitely not a matte finish, and it's not like a glowy, luminous finish either. It's just like your skin, but better kind of finish. It is giving me a little of a glow, but just very slightly. I just feel like this side with the primer, it's more flawless than this side without the primer. I also feel like this side with my pores, it's a lot better than this side. It's definitely not settling, but here without the primer, again, I feel like it is might settle. It is creasing just a tad bit up here, but over here with the primer, it is not. Underneath my eyes, it seems like it's fine right now. Again, around my nose and my laugh lines, it just seems like, yeah, it just seems like it's good. It's not doing anything at all. Okay, it is not really sticky, but it's not completely dry yet. So now I don't know if it's ever going to dry completely or it's just gonna stay like that. I feel like if I don't set this with a powder though, it might rub off throughout the day. Maybe when I'm going into the heat, when I'm running around. I'm not really sure. We're gonna see. We're gonna test it out. But it seems nice. It seems like it is your skin, but better, and it just seems like it is almost flawless. It definitely is full coverage. As I can tell, it is covering up all my freckles and all my imperfections. I feel like this is something that you're definitely going to have to put a primer on, because I'm just like seeing the side without the primer and the side with the primer, and I don't know if you can tell, but they do look a little different. This one just seems a lot more flawless than this side does. So now I'm going to come back in a few hours, and I'm just going to put the rest of my face on. It is 9 o'clock right now. I'm going to come back a little later, and I'm just going to see how it holds up with the heat and running around and doing whatever. So I'll see you guys in a few. Hi guys. Okay, so I am back for my update. It is 11:20. So I put this on at, I believe, what did I say, like 9 something? It was 9 something. It was like probably 9:05 or something like that. So now it is 11:20. I do have a full update. Of course, as you see, I put the rest of my makeup on. So there has been a couple of changes to my foundation. So I've noticed the change. What the hell's my hair? Okay, so I ate breakfast, and of course, after I ate breakfast, I've noticed that the foundation did stray a little bit, like around here. It did like kind of rub off around my mouth area. So that is definitely gonna be something that I would have to touch up throughout the day with this foundation. Notice a little like lines over here with my forehead and over in between my eyebrows. It is kind of moving and separating a little bit, so I'm not crazy happy about that. I do notice everywhere else it seems to be intact. I put my other makeup on because this is a very creamy foundation. My foundation was moving a little bit, so you have to be very careful when you put the rest of your face on, because it will move the foundation around a little bit just because it is really rich and creamy. I feel like I'm getting sick a little bit, so I've been blowing my nose throughout the day. You gotta love back to school with the kids coming home and bringing you all kinds of germs. Thank you, my kids. So I've noticed, like, when I've been blowing my nose, of course, it's coming off around my nose area. Of course, that could happen with basically any foundation, but I feel like it's happening more with this foundation because it is so rich and creamy. On the side that I primed, this is the side I primed, this is the side I didn't prime, and I feel like the side I primed is staying intact quite a bit more than the side I did not prime. I am still liking this. I'm just not so crazy about it moving. Now I'm gonna update you again and see if there's any changes. I don't know what time I'm gonna come back. I don't know, maybe like 2, 3, 4 hours from now, but I'll definitely update you one more time throughout the day. So I'll see you next time I come back. Okay guys, I am back for my last update. Now it is, what time is it? It is 4 o'clock. I did see a little bit of changes since the last update. I feel like this is definitely wearing off a little bit. I told you guys that it wore around my lip area, it wore around my nose. It is wearing on top of my forehead, and it is wearing in between my eyebrows. It's just like settling into my fine lines there. I feel like if I set it with a powder on top of my forehead, it wouldn't be a big deal. Overall performance, I would give it an A. I really do enjoy it. The only thing I'm not crazy about is obviously it wearing away a little bit, but throughout the day it wore pretty well. I mean, I put this on at like 9 in the morning. It is 4 now. It's pretty much almost the whole day. I would definitely bring the stick along with me just to make sure, like, if you had to touch up, you still have it with you. The thing with this is it definitely is not a 24-hour foundation. I feel like this is a foundation that you would probably put on for a couple of hours and then kind of take it off. You know what I mean? I don't feel like this is an all-day foundation stick. I do feel like if you do have oily skin, this wouldn't be for you. Overall, if you were going to use this foundation, you definitely have to use a primer, and you definitely have to use a good one. If you don't use a primer, this is going to last a lot less than if you did with the primer, and it just helps it stay put a lot longer. I also would use a powder along with it just to set it, and then a good fixing spray just to keep it all intact maybe throughout the day. It is very creamy, so it will move if you don't do the steps. I feel like it is overall very nice foundation. I do really enjoy it. It does look like my skin, but better. It doesn't have like a dewy glowy look to my skin, but it also doesn't have that like mattifying look. The stickiness that I told you about earlier is definitely gone. It's no longer there. This is probably a really good foundation stick for like contouring or touch-up. I was taking pictures earlier today and there was no flashback whatsoever on my face. Overall, it blends in very nicely and it's a nice foundation. I do really enjoy it. I would repurchase it. So I hope you did enjoy this review. I hope it helped you out just a tad bit. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.